And hi, everyone. Good evening, good morning, or good afternoon, depending where you're watching me from. And yes, my name is Jennifer. I'm coming to you live from Singapore, and it is the evening for us now. Well, for some of you who are watching me for the first time, thank you for tuning in. And also for those who have been supporting my page, thank you so much. And thanks for tuning in, catching me live now with my new series. Well, today is the 1st of August, and I love to call it What an Awesome August. It's really what's a very special month for me. You will probably learn a little bit more as I go along the way the next few days to share why. Okay, great. So getting start today, 1st of August, like I said, is my new series. And this is going to be a 7-day consecutive go live journey for me. It is really once again for me to share about myself, my life story, my dreams, and of course, my journey over here in this digital entrepreneurship. So as you can see, it's really my life story, my dreams, my digital business journey. Okay, well, so what am I really going to talk about during these 7 days? Really, to share with everybody about myself, because we've got many people who join me on this new page. I mean, new people join my page. I've got new people who ask me about the business and about the legitimacy of this business. So here I am just to share it with you. I'm a real person, and how ordinary people like us can also walk the path of being an entrepreneur, and how we can also change our mindset just to make a better life. So today first day's session is I'm going to talk about is a little bit about myself, particularly about this point is what was life like for me um, before I embark on this journey. So I would really want to share that well, life really changed when I enter motherhood because it's really something that I was never ready for. I come from a family of two elder brothers, and I'm the youngest. So I really never had the experience of having a younger sibling. I never really had an experience of how to look after a baby. What does it entails? So really motherhood was really such a huge jump for me. You know, so I would say that is really the first step where things really begin to change. And particularly, I would say, as a mother, I think all mothers can, you know, I would say, understand this point, resonate with me is all working mothers, all of us, we all somehow at one point or the other juggle with our work life, right? And then sometimes you also worry about our career path, and then we have to juggle with having children, taking care of our children at home, and at the same time we have multiple hats to wear. We are a daughter, we are daughter-in-law, we are probably sibling, and we have so many other roles to play, and we all have to try to manage. Especially, I would say, as a working mother, it's really tough because at many times we really have to deal. I mean, for me, I really have to deal with that mom's guilt most of the time, because it's like literally not having enough time for my children, or not even having time for my children. Um, and sometimes when my kids are sick, I've got two boys. They are now, both of them are teenagers, 15 and 16. But when we're so much younger, I really don't have time for them. So even when they are sick, it's really a struggle because we all have to take urgent leave just to bring them to see the doctor. Or they have their milestones that we have to take leave. We really have to then wait to see whether our leave being approved or not. So, and I guess a lot of moms also suffer from fatigue, burnout, because they still basically struggle and manage the whole situation. I used to work for in the corporate world for, I would say, more than 18 years. I used to work in the sales and marketing roles in the healthcare industry. So to me, my job is extremely demanding. And after work, I mean, on the better days, after work, I get back home in the evening. I can spend a little bit time with my kids, although physically around, but mentally I'm always not around because I'm just always thinking about work. And after I put them to bed, I often have to then continue doing my work. And when I continue to do my work, it will be like probably about 1 or 2 a.m. And then what happens? I continue to go to sleep, and about 5 a.m. I'm going to wake up. So life just simply goes on like this. And I simply know this is not the lifestyle that I want. But still, having to grow up in the environment that this is life. So just suck it up and just accept it, So we are all trained to um, um, made to accept that this is the way, there's no other way. The only way is really, study hard, get a job, um, get married, have children, and work your ass off. This is what we are all taught that we are all meant to be. So, life just carry on for years like this. And especially being a single mom, it is really, really very, very tough because, um, being single mom, sometimes we all, being me, single mom, maybe not all, but for me, I felt that I have to do better because I don't want my kids to be ostracized that, hey, you only have your mommy, so I felt I had to work really extra hard to make sure that I cater to the needs of my two boys. So needs is really not just having the money to feed them, but really able to meet their social emotional growth as well. So this is a huge part that as a single mom I struggle a lot more than many people out there because it is definitely not an easy role to play because I have to play the role of a mother. I have to play the role of a father. So and I'm also the sole breadwinner at that point of time. So all things just come together, and it's just tough because day in day out you just are going through the same old thing, the routine every day all over again. But um, although I've thoughts about how I should get myself out of this, um, I don't even really have the time to um, to find time to try to get out of this situation. And like I said, I was brought up believing that this is life, and I will just have to accept things as it is because I also have a stereotype belief that I am not meant to be a boss. I'm not meant to earn big money because we do have a stereotype of how bosses look like, you know. So I never thought that I could be one. Yeah, so that's how things were, and I just keep on working, I just keep on struggling, and then my mom's guilt just keep on piling day by day, weeks by weeks. And being a single mom and having to deal with this, I literally has no time to care for myself. So I literally neglected myself, self-care. And to me at that point, I am the only one the two boys could depend on. So I really don't have time to care for myself, to go out, to enjoy whatsoever. No. The only time the only free time I have for myself is, I think, literally, sometimes when I'm in the bathroom or when they are at school. So yeah, so I neglected myself a lot, and I always thought that whatever time that I have, whatever money that I have, it all should be invested in the children, in my two boys. Um, yeah, so that's how things were previously, until when about maybe 9 years ago, when my older son was about to go to primary one, and um, it was really a tough time because I was struggling about whether to be able to spend more time with them. Um, I need to be physically present with them because that's the time when they go to primary school. So after very, I would say, serious consideration, I decided to do a career switch. At that point of time, I was actually at the peak of my career. I was due for my promotion. Actually, in fact, my boss already told me I was due for a promotion end of the year. And that was a double promotion for me in that year. Um, it was really, really difficult for me to give up, um, you know, everything in the corporate world, but I still chose to do that all because of my children. Yeah, I just felt that um, money I can always earn back, right? And the time with my children are so precious. And if I cannot be with them, they are not going to remember me, or they are probably going to be impacted in terms of their holistic development. So I made a firm decision to switch to education industry. I took like almost, I would say, 4 to 5 times of pay cut. It's really a huge pay cut for me, but still, it's worth it because it's for the sake of the two children. So fast forward, what I did was, uh, I went into the student care industry. um, I had an opportunity to become a traditional business owner as a business partner in a student care center. And I thought that, really I will be able to spend more time with my children, but unfortunately, things didn't work out as it to be that way. I was still not being able to present for them because it's so demanding in terms of my time and presence in the business. Um, and then basically on top of that, I um, just in terms of monetary rewards, it's just simply not there also. So things were also sort of like struggling, and I sort of like also question myself, is this the right choice that I have made? So again and again, um, I have convinced myself that it's still the right choice, right thing to do because it's always for my children. And I knew it was definitely a right choice, because looking at how my kids were like when they are younger, they were literally begging and um, telling mommy that please don't leave me at the student care. Mommy, I don't want to go to the student care. Mommy, I want you to come to school to bring me home. So it really breaks my heart to see how my kids do that. Um, so it's really very heartbreaking for a parent to go through that. And I remember when my elder one was in primary school. um, I saw a picture, a photo that was taken by a friend who showed me that, he was actually looking around, longing for my presence, and was looking to see if mommy was there for him during recess time, which unfortunately I wasn't. So I guess this is the biggest regret, like a lot of moms feel, because as we all work we are not being able to be present with our kids. Um, yeah, so a lot of people will share with me that, yeah, but having to work and earn money is so important. I totally agree. Earning money is important, but as parents, shaping the lives, especially during their early years, upright to their teenage years, are equally important, and equally is our responsibility. As parents, if we cannot be there, we cannot do that. No amount of money can ever buy back. So, for the last, I would say, 15 years or 16 years of my life, I have always been searching for an alternative source of income, um, just really to be able to build a better future. Because I do know that I want to spend more time with my children, although unfortunately I'm not able to do so at the younger years. Um, it is never too late because although my sons are now 15 and 16 this year, I would say that with the change of my mindset, things has evolved. So all this I will share with you, the next few days of my journey, uh, how I have walked through the path. Yes, so this is generally, how life was really like before I embark on this business. There's probably a little bit more that I will share tomorrow as I share about, what then triggers me to move on to this business. Yeah, so if you are like me, um, or going through mom's guilt, going through, single momhood, or going through the struggle of having to choose your job, your career, and your children, I only want to share with you there is a solution out there. For me, 15 years ago, I didn't know there is such solution because it didn't exist. But now there is this solution that exists. We are not meant to um, accept life as it is. We are not meant to just leave things as it is and not fight for our future and not go against whatever that we have here before. So we have within our own power to make a difference, to make that choice, to build a better future for our children and for ourselves and for our family members. Yeah, so with that, that's pretty much what I have to share today. You know, um, I thank everyone for catching me live, and I really look forward to watching uh, all of you to support me tomorrow. Yeah, with that, have a wonderful day ahead. And I'm so excited and so happy that I am kicking start off my first August with sharing with everyone. It's an amazing day for me today. I got a one beautiful blessing today, and I'm sure it's going to happen for me for the rest of the days. With that, bye bye and see you tomorrow at 6 p.m.